Well, this matchup has definitely been... This night has definitely been shocking so far. 2 new champions. And now we go on to the Netflix Championship. And this is going to be exciting. As here he comes, the winner of the DLC Rumble. It's Shaquille O'Neal, Big Shaq. You know, Shaq won that DLC Rumble and he was annoyed. He was annoyed that he didn't get a title off of it. It was just supposed to be a non-canon Rumble, just a bit of fun for the Rumble. But Shaq was like, you know, I deserve a title. So then Kevin Von Erich, who was awarded the Netflix Championship after winning the 2K24 Rumble, said, well, if you want a title, come and fight me. I take on all comers. And here he is now, Shaq. I mean, I feel like Shaq is going to be the favourite for this matchup. But then again, Kevin Von Erich is a wrestling legend. But of course, Shaq is a boxing legend because he has had previous in wrestling before. You know, he was teased that match with a Big Show for years that never happened. Entered the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Finally had a match in AEW against Cody Rhodes, teaming with Jade Cargill, who of course has done some great things in WWE right now. And here comes, but Shaq, you know, this monster of a man, this behemoth. And here he goes. There he is, Shaq asking if we're not entertained. The fireworks. Again, will we be seeing another new champion here? I don't know, maybe. But Shaq just staring out at that crowd. And now looking down at the ramp as here comes the champion. Here he is. Kevin Von Erich, the Netflix champion. I mean, of course, technically it was Zac Efron who won that Rumble, but he was playing Kevin Von Erich, so it was just easier to get a Kevin Von Erich call than it was to get another Zac Efron call. But here he is, Kevin Von Erich, with that Netflix title, without his shirt, without his shoes on. But here he is. Obviously, this is going to be the most wrestler of all of the matches, because we've got Kevin Von Erich, of course, an actual wrestler, Shaquille O'Neal, an actual athlete. But there it is. There is the Netflix Championship. There is that belt. And there is the challenger. Basketball legend. Big Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. And of course, the champion from Texas, I think. Part of the legendary Von Erich family. He is the current Netflix champion. He is Kevin Von Erich. And there we go again. Senior official Charles Robinson in charge of refereeing this matchup. I mean, the size difference is going to be insane with these two. But there is that title, that Netflix title. Of course, this event sponsored by Netflix. And here we go. And oh, and look at that. Shaq not even going down. Again, again he strikes. Oh, off the ropes! And sends Shaq down with that disaster kick! And now going for that ground and pound on a Shaq! This is exciting here. This is a great matchup here by Kevin Von Erich. And he's gonna, with the armbar on a Shaq! Gonna break the arm. Oh, it's Shaq without reversal! Kevin Von Erich. Oh, over that clothesline! But again, Shaq stays up! Of course, Shaq's a giant. But Shaq just chucking Kevin Von Erich to the floor. And now here he goes. Shaq picks him up in that power slam. And Shaq now grabs Von Erich, and just a chop to the back of Von Erich. And Shaq just staring and staring, and oh, big boot just sends Von Erich down. Shaq now grabs Von Erich, and oh, into the referee. And again, shocking Von Erich to the floor. But oh, that counter, and now picks him up. Knee to Shaq, and now collapses. Goes for cover, one. No, only a 1 count. But Von Erich, oh, under the ropes goes Shaq. Oh, he's trying to break the leg. Oh, he's trying to break that leg of Shaq. Off the ropes. Oh, but Shaq just dodging it and grabs Von Erich, sends him into the ropes. Wait for that big boot. Shaq carries again from behind. But Shaq still stays up. Chop. But again, Shaq just brushes it off. And Kevin Von Erich almost scared now. Oh, for that clothesline. But Von Erich. And that's it. Shaq's not a giant anymore. His giant bar is gone. And now Von Erich can do as much as he wants to him now. But Shaq grabs a hold of Von Erich and sends him into the corner. Shaq. Oh, that chop to Von Erich. And now trying to do that. Oh, man. And Von Erich reverses, sends Shaq down. Von Erich picks up Shaq into a discus punch and again knocks Shaq down. Stops. Springboard moonsault on a Shaq. Kevin Von Erich picks up Shaq for another discus punch. Sends Shaq down. But Shaq gets right back up. Oh, the kick. Shaq on a Von Erich. And from behind, and a clubbing blow to the back of Kevin Von Erich. But Kevin Von Erich rolls to the outside, rolls back in, and Shaq with him. Shaq doing a little roll there as well. Into the corner goes Von Erich. But Von Erich reverses, and there's a chop. Another chop. Again, Von Erich's going to have to try and win this with his smarts, because Shaq obviously has the strength. But he grabs Shaq, sends him into the ropes. Oh, look at this. Off the springboard, into the kick. On a Shaq. Off the ropes. Twist. Like, nice springboard. Like, somersault. And Kevin Oak on a Brett's rope. Elbow. To Shaq. Kevin Oak on the top rope. Here we go. Oh, it was a splash. But Shaq dodged it. And now Shaq grabs Von Erich. But Von Erich with that elbow to Shaq. Grab Shaq, sends him into the ropes. Drop kick, sends Shaq down. Von Erich just collapsing. And Shaq gets right back up. Not even phased him. But Shaq, Kevin Von Erich with reversal. And he's kicked by Von Erich to Shaq. Oh, the knee to Von Erich. To Shaq, I mean. Von Erich on the top rope. Splash to Shaq. Cover, this could be it. 1, 2. No, Shaq kicks out. Von Erich goes to the top rope again. Gonna go for another splash. That time he connects with it again. Shaq on the ground. Cover 1, 2. But Shaq again kicks it out. Von Erich goes to the outside. Shaq on the outside. Goes to Von Erich, wins by disqualification. And oh, that counter by Shaq. But they collide there. Shaq grabs, but Von Erich reversed. Shaq on the shoulders. Von Erich gets out again. Look at this. Von Erich, power driver, no. Can't, not strong enough. Shaq with that reversal. Sends Von Erich into the steel steps. Oh, man. Rage by Shaq. Shaq now throws Kevin Von Erich again. Hits that other steps. We've got to get back in the ring soon. This will be a double count out. Shaq on a Von Erich, just stomping on Von Erich's hands. Shaq's got to get Von Erich back in the ring if he wants to win this title. Throws it back in. And now Shaq gets back in the ring, just over the top rope. Shaq grabs Von Erich. And Von Erich with that reversal. And that chop on a Shaq. Shaq goes over the top rope. Kevin Von Erich on a Shaq. But Shaq with that reversal. Shaq again gets over the top rope. There's a kick there. And a kick to the arms. And now Shaq setting him up. Setting him up for the finisher. Here he goes. Shaq. Choke slam to Kevin Von Erich. Pulls him away from the ropes. And Shaquille O'Neal. 1, 2. No, kick out. I cannot believe that. I thought that was it. And look at this. Von Erich's up. Oh my goodness. STO. And now Von Erich's got a giant bar. I think that was his payback. I can't remember what that was. But Von Erich. Springboard kick. Sends Shaq down. Kevin Von Erich. Oh, choking Shaq. Choking Shaq out. Choking Shaq out. Kevin Von Erich. Top rope. Von Erich. Splash. Splash to Shaq. 1, 2. Kevin Von Erich retains. What a match. What a match that was. Kevin Von Erich. Kind of surprising there. I thought Shaq had that. But Kevin Von Erich getting the big victory over Shaquille O'Neal. Still the Netflix champion. Our first title defense of the night. And even though Shaq was the bigger challenger, even though Shaq spent a lot of this on top, Kevin Von Erich was fighting back. He fought back. Both men kicking out each other's finishes. There was a double splash here on a Shaq by Von Erich. That was the first one. The first kick out by Shaq. And then Von Erich with a second one. And another kick out by Shaq. And then we thought that was kind of it. And this was it. Shaq with that choke slam onto Von Erich. It looked like it was it there. Big choke slam to Von Erich. Even pulled him away from the ropes. I thought it was it. I thought that was all over. But Kevin out with that big kick out on a Shaq. And then Von Erich with that final splash on a Shaq. And Kevin Von Erich retains the Netflix championship. Kevin Von Erich is still your Netflix champion. There he is, being handed the belt. And he really did earn that title. Still the champion, Kevin Von Erich. Big win for Von Erich here against Shaq. And that is it. That was match number 3. We're at the halfway point of the event. I'm going to take a break, I think. And then I will see you, obviously, tomorrow for match number 4. This has been a very interesting event so far. But I will thank you for watching. And again, see you for tomorrow for the next match.